I'm milling about with Maesa Pullman. Hi, gorgeous.
Hi, Robin.
So good to see you.
It's so good to see you as well.
I love your place.
Thank you so much. I'm so grateful to be here.
Yeah, obviously you're in Los Angeles. You've been hunkered down since all this started, I imagine.
Yeah, I moved here right at the beginning of the lockdown, basically, and I'm right next door to the house I grew up in. And
Oh, did you plan that?
well, no, not for the lockdown, no.
Did you plan to move in right next door to where you grew up?
I didn't plan it. The apartment opened up and it seemed, and it's a great neighborhood, and so no, I wasn't always planning on it. It just came up and made sense.
Oh, so happy for you. And so you have this new album. I found you on Facebook with this new album talking about it, and everybody loves it, and I love it. Tell me Death of the Machine. Tell me what that title means to you.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for checking it out and being interested. I recorded a lot of the music a number of years ago, actually, and the record was done for a while. It was just a question of the right timing to put it out and how to put it out. And it is the name of the last track on the album, which it's kind of like a poem that I always feel like folds in on itself, and in the song, it's kind of just basically about rebirth and doing away with old ways, and but thanking those things that got you there, and also yeah, that kind of like the machine, so the machine of my mind, but there's obviously, like, you know, it reverberates out into I kind of like all those, like, the technical and like synthetic-y kind of feeling machine-like things that are keeping you from your truth, and or us all.
Got it. I've always found you to be a very old soul, like so down to earth. So how do you balance the old with the new kind of thing, especially in your music? It just sounds so ethereal.
Thank you so much. It's just always evolving, and things change. Like, even just saying, like, I went through a phase where the album was done and I was like, I don't even need to put it out because that was old me. And but then it kind of like it moves through you in a way, and I moved beyond that and came to just still really want to share those songs that encapsulated how I was growing at the time. And I feel like there were, you know, things that come into the music that isn't even me, that needs to come out regardless of what I think about it being old.
So it's just very organic in a way.
Yeah.
Yeah. And this album, CD, whatever we're calling it these days, it was really a family affair. So tell me about who got involved.
Yes. That's my favorite element of the music, is that I got to make it with my loved ones. Jason Hiller, my soulmate, and my brother Lewis played drums on most of the tracks on the album. And then my other brother Jack played sax, and my cousin Rosa sang background vocals, and then great friends who feel like family as well, that we've just kind of been making music together for the, you know, last bunch of years. And so cultivating all of those, you know, some like grooves that I already know that I love their instincts, and that we, you know, you don't have to ask anyone to play anything differently than they would.
Yeah, there's a song that we're going to have you play. Before you do, I want you to tell me what inspired it. And it's really coming forward as one of the favorites on this new CD called Simone.
Oh my gosh, beautiful. We'll start with that.
Yeah. So tell me a little bit about what inspired the song, and then you'll go into it for us.
Yeah. It came like, you know, late at night, and it's kind of about the spirit that the that core you know, muse that you sometimes lose and then feel a real connection. It's about the muse.
Okay.
Give it away here.
All righty. So let's hear Simone.
And honestly, the name Simone was kind of in honor of Nina Simone from when I was young. I remember it really moving me. Someone had given my dad a Nina Simone CD, and I you know, got it into my possession, and it really changed my life. But that's just one facet of where it came from.
Cool.
Simone, 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 Simone. I've waited for your company, listening, open. I wish you'd come more frequently, not only when you please, Simone. Simone, lead me up the spiral staircase, graced with angels, up heaven, oh, like the one that mirrors that inner ear I've been following, not falling in. It's dark and cool and cavernous, echoing my efforts in locating that center spin of gravity, gravity, oh gravity. Yeah. I dreamed the kiss was harmony, and only when our lips met did the chord complete, and it became clear to me that when all the birds had flown, except you alone, my Simone, my Simone. Oh, yeah, I did not forget you. I did not forget you. I did not forget you. Simone.
Beautiful. Nina would be very proud, Maesa. Oh, you sound gorgeous. Now, you just recently started something called Band of Singers. What is that all about?
Yeah, that is the community choir that I have been leading since 2017. I kind of founded it with this organization called the Birdhouse in Beechwood Canyon. And it's grown to like sometimes be close to 30 singers.
Wow.
And we do it in like workshops, and we sing songs in honor of basically the interconnectivity of all things and the natural world, and I love it so much. It has taught me so much.
What inspired you to start this this organization?
Well, someone in the neighborhood asked me about it. Through my parents founded the Hollywood Orchard, which is a nonprofit based here, and then the sister organization of the Birdhouse was getting started, and they are really about bringing community together. And singing is one of the most ancient, tried and true, proven connectors between people, and to sing in a group. So honestly, it was kind of new to me. I've sang in harmony a lot with my family, and I knew that I loved singing in harmony. But I wasn't like a real choir chorus girl. But I've become one now, and I'm all for it. It's really just so good for your health and your spirit, and so we also integrate a lot of have a performance at the end of, we used to, before we couldn't have a performance, and so I got to integrate a lot of what I did in school, which was like heightened theatrical and visual elements. And we incorporate a lot of the material from the community. So we aren't necessarily just singing songs that I give everyone. We'll write songs together, and so it's really born out of the community.
Very cool. And do you raise money for any particular charities or anything like that?
We have done workshops with the local elementary school every year, and open it up, have scholarships for people to join, have connected with a place called Home, and so it's always getting, the intention is to keep the circle growing, and always welcoming in new people, and to keep this community resource alive in this neighborhood, where people seem to really appreciate something not on the internet, to come together and just and sing, basically.
And you're able to stay safe at this point?
Well, no, this year has been a little different. We started our spring session and in person, and then moved it all to Zoom, and then did a summer session on Zoom, and I'm starting this fall one with a small number of people in the garden with physical distancing and outdoors, and then anyone else can join on Zoom.
Very cool, very cool. I wish I could sing.
You probably can. If you came to Band of Singers, you would.
Okay. So there is, let's do another song from the new album, Death of the Machine. This is another beautiful song. It's called Again, Again. So tell me about this one.
This one I wrote actually while I was in Norway working on my other musical endeavors there. And
Norway is very special to your family.
yeah, it really is. It's really been a big part of my life these last years. Getting to do a lot of music over there. They really like Americana music, and so yeah, I was on the banks of the fjord when I wrote this song.
Oh, how romantic.
It's all about love anyways, so very romantic. I think I gotta just tune this one little bit. We're having a lot of fires over here.
Oh, I know. Have you been out, venturing out at all?
Not too much. It's a bit. I tried to go out to the ocean to get a breath of fresh air, and it was you could still feel it even at the beach, basically. So it makes the whole weather is, all the instruments are wondering what's going on too. I was wondering, should I turn on the original sound on my Zoom? Isn't that something?
It's up to you. I think you sound good.
Okay, I just did it. We'll see. In the street. Second verse. I know your heart has been blown to pieces too many times. So if old hearts met these new ones, they'd be surprised. You and I are one shining diamond. I never tired of turning over and over again. And we've got a strong wind keeping us rolling down the road. And the earth that we walk on turns to gold now. All I wanna do is to give to you all my love. Oh, don't worry, there is no bottom, more than enough now. All I wanna do is to give to you all my love. Oh, don't worry, there is no bottom, more than enough now.
All right. Is that about anybody special, Maesa?
Sorry about the sound there in the middle.
You know what else you did recently, which was really fun? You wrote the soundtrack for a movie.
Yes,
How did
yes.
that come about?
That's the thing. I'm so grateful for you to be asking these questions because though it took a while for this record to come out, I was doing a number of things in the meantime. um, I scored this movie called Indigo Valley, and it recently came out. You can view it on digital platforms like Amazon and iTunes. And it's a whole score I co-composed with this awesome composer named Dalal Bruckman. And we so did a number of songs and score and then the whole score for that. And then it led us to co-compose two more indie film scores.
Cool. How does that work? Does she show you the movie and then you get inspired by the film? Tell me that process.
Yeah. Well, each one has been a bit different, and I think there's a lot of ways to go about it. The first one, I read the script, and I wrote a song for the short kind of pilot version of the movie, and that really hooked me into it. And then we got like a number of edits, and so it was really patchworky, and a lot of like the references were coming in pieces. And then this one that we're working on now, which is by the same director that did Indigo Valley, called Highway 1, we got like a final cut and a lot of reference pieces placed that we were working with. And I, just latch on to whatever is, inspiring me about it. It could be visual, could be like character or the environment that they're in.
Oh, cool. Do you ever think about acting at all, ever? Does that ever cross your mind?
I feel like I got, I like did acting in college, and it's in the river that I still flow in a way, even though I'm not, I wanted to just focus on music and be like saying yes to everything that was music. And so I love performance, and I love what I learned, from school and from my father about, what it means to.
And Lewis is in the new Tom Cruise movie, which, hello.
I know.
How exciting.
It's so exciting. He's blowing up.
Does that feel weird to you? Like your brother's becoming a movie star.
Oh my gosh. Sometimes see people comment on his Instagram. I'm like, what? Watch out for Lewis's sister. But it mostly like it is so, it's so hard to see. And he did this movie Bad Times at the El Royale. I highly recommend it. With Jeff Bridges, and he has this in such a painful death scene, and it just basically that is the core of what of my fears is like if something bad to happen to my little brother. So to see it in the movie is really hard.
How did your parents take that? I imagine your mother did not love that at all.
No, it's not her favorite. No, but also he's really good actor, so we trust that he's got it under control.
Yeah, it's all play.
Yeah.
And speaking of playing,
Yes.
another one of my favorites on this CD is called The 101, and I imagine that's about the freeway. Yeah.
You know it.
So what inspired you to write this one?
I was driving. I was driving on the 101 freeway, and And it really just really encapsulates how I felt at the time. And I lived in Echo Park in my little apartment, and you know, and wrote a lot of songs there. And so it really speaks for itself. Okay. Did the sound improve in the last one?
Yes.
I also got like gardeners outside. Right. I headed down the southbound freeway just to drive the same 5 miles that I've been driving most every day night since I moved back home. I think it's hard to keep on living in the same town that you grew up in. I think it's harder than if I were to move to Timbuktu, live in the blue. Oh, and it all seems to come down to me. Ooh. And this secret burning ember, and you. But there comes a time when you must deliver. And do you have the perfect buzz on to serve up all of my soul you've been given since you've been living? Well, I wish I had a nice warm boxcar, and I could take me oh so far away from all of this talk and any pressure to make any mark at all. And it all seems to come down to me and blue. And the secret burning ember, and you.
Gorgeous. You know, it's funny. I hate driving in LA.
I wonder why.
I don't know, but you're from there, so I guess the traffic doesn't bother you as much.
No, and I used to drive a lot. This year has been different in that way. I haven't been driving nearly as much. And so sometimes I've been like, I gotta go for a drive.
Yeah, it's good for the sanity.
Yeah.
So what's next for you?
Well, I'm finishing this score, the Highway 1, and I've recorded, I'm in the middle of recording my next record.
Great.
And it should come out next spring. So they're gonna be like just rolling out like hotcakes now.
Once Maesa gets going, she doesn't stop.
It just is no point in not letting it out anymore, basically. So that's happening, and I am just, it's an interesting time of a lot of unknowns. I used to travel a lot, and I wanted to tour and all over the world. So that's all shifting. I'm so grateful that music can exist in so many ways, intimately and in vast ways. But so in that way, I'm kind of like taking it as it comes. As the world is evolving, I'm just trying to evolve with it. But there's a lot of music projects, and I also have the Whole Damn Fam, my family band, and we're also wanting to put out our official, Whole Damn Fam record.
Oh, cool, cool. Yeah, it's a matter of reinventing yourself during this time, isn't it?
Yeah, truly. Truly. Jason, my partner, he began his record label, so I'm helping with that as well. And
Electro Sound, let's give him a little plug.
Electro Sound Records. So those people that I was referencing in our circle of loved ones that all share the same, love for music are on this label. So I highly recommend keeping an eye out for it.
Wonderful. Well, we miss you in New York. I miss seeing you play. Oh my gosh. Come back soon.
I would love to so much. It's great I feel a little bit of New York coming through the screen from you right now, which is really nice.
This is New York behind me.
Yeah. So
well,
good.
Thanks, Maesa. Send my love to the family, and it was really gorgeous seeing you.
Thank you so much, Robin. You're the best.
All right, take good care.
And you too.
Mwah. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Always news. Always refreshing. Always candid. Always milling about. Robin Milling delivers what celebrities are saying to you.